morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your show. Listen, I'm glad to have you guys here. Now, today is Friday, April 26, 2019, and guess what? Well, we're undergoing a price correction. Let's get the charts open and let's take a look at what's going on. You know, cryptocurrency market capitalizations, we're running $170.5 billion with a Bitcoin dominance extremely high of 54.7%. Now, we're seeing a sell-off in the altcoins, and we have been. Bitcoin is corrected somewhat. To me, this is kind of a lame correction. I don't see it having near as much energy as I thought it would have. And, well, it's not over yet. I should wait and see what happens, but so far it's been a pretty lame correction. Lame, and what I mean lame is you don't see any huge red candles downwards or anything like that. It's slowly a slow price correction. And if this continues this way, or if Bitcoin starts to go up again, I see this as a very bullish sign that this correction didn't have much power. But the correction's not over yet, so I should hold off, because it might come in pretty hard later before it's over. We're going to have to wait and see. But so far, it's been a pretty weak correction. Hasn't had a lot of bearish energy in it yet. So don't get flustered over this correction. To me, I see it as being quite kind of weak, and it might be getting almost over. So keep your eye on it, watch it, try to buy in on the dips. And we got a little dip here. It's creating a buying opportunity as far as I can see. But like I say, the correction's not completely over yet, so we're going to have to keep our eye on this. Now, let's take a look at the Bitcoin price here, and 53.25 is the Bitcoin price this morning. It's down 2%. That's why I say it's kind of a lame correction, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, the Indian government. You know, governments from the very inception of cryptocurrency have tried banning cryptocurrencies. And, you know, one by one they try banning cryptocurrencies. This might be the last big move to try to ban cryptocurrencies by the Indian government. And, you know, I see them as being sort of a little bit on the side of being ill-informed, you know. So here's what they're going to do. Indian government looks to ban cryptocurrencies. They're starting consultations on a bill. You know, this is the way government functions. They think that they can just make a bill or make a government law, and then everybody has to follow that law. This is the way thinking works, you know, amongst government, you know, because they find that they're able to do that a lot, you know. It's just basically put in any arbitrary thing or bill or decision. These are lawyers. Mostly what you find in government are lawyers that got elected into the political structure, and they're career politicians is what they are. And, you know, they don't really have too much of a clue about the real world and how the real world works. They just decide they want to do something, and they make a law, and they figure everybody has to follow that law. So it says the Indian government is looking to ban cryptocurrencies in its entirety. Oh, that sounds great, you know. Okay, we're going to do it. We're banning cryptocurrencies. And a committee has already begun the consultations on a bill called Banning the Cryptocurrencies and Regulating the Official Digital Currency Bill of 2019. Indian lawmakers have taken a hostile approach toward cryptocurrencies. So basically, they've all sat down around a table, and one of them is probably the leader, and he's banged his gavel down and said, "We're not having this anymore in our country." I have to laugh. Because it says here, an urgent need of a ban on the digital currency. Oh, it's growing too fast in India. Oh, we got to ban it. You know, when are they going to learn? They can go ahead, ban it. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about human nature. What human nature's like. Human nature's like this. Whenever they ban a substance, it doesn't matter what it is. Do you know, in one country, I can't remember which country it was, but they tried to ban coffee. Now, this wasn't recently. This was like 100 years ago or 200 years ago. They tried to ban coffee. And illicit coffee houses where people would go, this is an old signal from like the 1930s. People used to go like this and tap on the side of their nose. It meant shh, shh. It was like what they called a speakeasy. In other words, and they used to, when they banned alcohol in the United States, all these speakeasies opened up, and it created more. People's human nature is when you ban something, they want it more than they ever wanted it before. It's like speakeasy, like everybody, a black market forms. People want it then. If you don't ban it, you say, here, you got to have this. People say, we don't want it. We don't want it. So if the Indian government were to take the approach where every Indian citizen has to buy Bitcoin, the people in India would say, why are you trying to force this down our throats? We don't want this anymore. That's what they would say. That's human nature, right? But if they ban it, everybody in India is going to say, gee, this must be something good, and the rest of the world can have it, and we can't have it? We want it. Well, what do they got to do to get it? Well, they just go home inside their house. Their computer's connected to the internet. It's simple. They'll be all doing it. Ban or not. It'll be like on the QT. So they ban it. The people in it, it's not going to really have much effect unless they go to the effect of banning all the computers in India and banning the internet in India. Then they could do this. They could actually do this. This is doable. To the Indian government, this is doable. Ban all computers and ban the internet. Then they can ban cryptocurrencies. It says earlier in the year, the Supreme Court had given a deadline of 4 weeks to the government to come up with regulations for cryptocurrencies. At the moment, the draft bill is being circulated to the appropriate government officials, said the Economic Times. The bill was drafted by a committee under the government consisting of various ministries under the Finance Secretary. I'm not even going to try to pronounce these guys' names. Okay, I'll try a little bit. I'll give Subhash. The committee included the Department of Economic Affairs, the Central Board of Direct Taxes, the Direct Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. Tax. They're taxing the Indian people to death, They're getting rid of their currency. They're taking away all the big bills. I think about a year ago or something, they took away all the big bills they had. The Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority, among others. The Economic Times said that the government could ban cryptocurrencies under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Oh my God, they've wore this out. They've wore this to death, this money laundering business. Don't they realize that cash in every country on earth, cash is the big money launderer, not cryptocurrencies. People deal in cash. Cryptocurrencies is traceable. Anybody who's money laundering out there, they're going to deal with cash, not cryptocurrencies. And besides, the biggest money launderers of all are the big banks. They're money laundering every day, and you don't even know it. And they're not money laundering like $1,000 here and $1,000 there. They're money laundering billions. It says earlier there were reports that the government is looking to bring in regulation policies regarding digital currencies that were in the process of setting up a committee. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs, in its feedback to the Department of Economic Affairs, pointed out the sale and purchase and issuance of cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cashcoin, etc., are being done by individuals and companies on false inducements of massive returns. Such schemes are neither transparent nor do they fall within any regulated legal framework. Many of them are run as Ponzi schemes. Well, you know what? Why don't they crack down on the Ponzi schemes? But here's the thing. They just said it right here, that these are being done by individuals, right? And this is all just going to go underground. These countries are going to have to learn at a certain point the cryptocurrencies are something that you can't ban. It's even harder than trying to. It's going to be even a harder process than trying to ban and stop the use of things like dare I say it, pot. You know, it's just doesn't work. Doesn't work. It's not going to work. It's not ever going to work. So they can try until they're blue in the face. We'll wait for a while they might slow the cryptocurrency adoption down in India with these policies. If they come down with a real hard hand, they might slow the adoption down. But all they're going to do is make India ultimately, in the end, a much poorer country than it already is. Because what's happening is the rest of the world is going to make a transition over to cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are going to become the value of the world. And if they do slow this down too much in India, the Indian people aren't going to have much in the way of cryptocurrencies. But they do have gold. The Indian women do have gold. Heaven forbid these guys, they know better. They know better than to try to ban gold in India. They know better, because they would have millions of mad people. And you know, the way the government works is they're extremely scared of voter sentiment, and they're extremely scared of anger within the people. And so they won't touch gold. They won't touch gold. None of the gold confiscation or anything like that. You know, they're not going to talk about gold. They're just going to focus on cryptocurrencies, the digital form of gold. But this is the way it's going. So listen, thank you guys for listening to this report, and we'll catch you again very, very soon. Bye-bye, guys.